bloody called today? What's it been? It started out as Al Qaeda, then became ISIS or ISIL, then Islamic State. And the point is that no matter what bloody name it calls itself, it's the same basic organization controlled by the same in the hidden shadows operations led by the United States and Israel. And it's that connection, and particular Israel's connection to this, that I'm going to explore today. Have you noticed that whether it's going back Al Qaeda or ISIL or ISIS or bloody Islamic State, whatever it is, all these so-called Islamic terrorist organizations, they never attack Israel. They attack each other. They attack more moderate and secular Arab states, but they don't attack Israel. Now that's a strange one, unless you know that actually Israel with the United States is behind all this. They will turn towards Israel. And another thing will happen, that Israel, who are extraordinarily silent on this and have been all this time, because normally you'd get Israel with an organization like ISIS, I'll call it ISIS because, you know, whatever it's bloody called today, with an organization like ISIS, which is actually making as its goal taking over all that land, including Israel, you'd think that normally Israel couldn't find a microphone quick enough. We're in danger, protect us, we need more money, we need more this, but they haven't done that. They will, though, when the sequence, because that's what's unfolding, a deliberate, long-planned sequence reaches the point where ISIS has got such a grip of vast areas of land, more than they have now, the people running Jordan, the king, whatever his bloody name is, who has been supporting Israel-American policy, and of course Jordan is a target, because the whole idea is to create a massive problem to which there is required a massive solution, a suggested one anyway, which will be a massive America, probably NATO, certainly Britain will be in there, war to protect Israel from this America-Israel controlled operation, ISIS. Will come the takeover of virtually the entire Middle East on the basis of protecting everyone from a terror army, which they have actually covertly created. And the reason that we're seeing this amazingly coordinated and organized propaganda operation on social media and elsewhere with ISIS lunatics being shown shooting people, beheading people, crucifying people, it's to create a massive, massive feeling of fear and terror about them. So then vast numbers of people, having been manipulated into that state, will then support Western intervention in that part of the world, which is exactly what they want. If you notice, like I say, that these terror groups, they're not attacking Israel, because that's not the point in the sequence yet. They're attacking each other. So it was Al Qaeda, who I think, you know, weren't America supposed to be challenging them? Weren't they supposed to be protecting people from them? I did hear it somewhere. They were the ones that were funded and armed to attack Gaddafi, because they wanted rid of Gaddafi as part of the takeover of the whole of the Middle East and Africa. So then they moved on into Syria, and they've been doing the same to Assad. And now you have this ISIS group, which is apparently based in Syria, because they've taken over chunks of it, that is doing America's bidding by attacking the Assad regime, while at the same time America is saying, oh, what's going on with this ISIS in Iraq? Well, they know exactly what's going on with ISIS in Iraq because they're behind it. And they don't want to go too early in terms of dealing with ISIS militarily, because they want the expansion of ISIS control to reach a point where a massive war will be seen as the only option as a solution to the problem. Where we are, yet a fricking again, is problem, reaction, solution. Create the problem, then offer the solution to the problems you've created. And this is another way of describing the motto of the 33rd degree of Freemasonry: ordo ab chaos, order out of chaos. Create the chaos, because if you want to change the status quo, then you have to dismantle it, you have to undermine it. So creating chaos in any situation is very, very effective, because you're destroying the status quo, the way things are, and therefore you're creating a state of flux, which allows you to deal with the chaos which you've created, and then offer the solution to the chaos, the new order out of the chaos, which just happens to be what you planned all along. So what we're seeing in the Middle East, and indeed increasingly around the world, because they're making this global more and more, as I've long predicted, and what we're seeing is the creation of massive chaos out of which a new order can be created out of the chaos. It's classic perception deception. It's classic mass mind manipulation to get people to support, or at least not oppose too much, the horrors that are being put in place to deal with horrors which the people dealing with the horrors have actually created. So today I'm going to look at Israel's part in this, and many of the things that people I feel need to know about to really understand what is happening in the Middle East and in Iraq and in Syria, because for sure it ain't what we're told is happening.